This game really like to be playing with his emotions, you know. He said no, no. Welcome to the Matrix. Hey guys, it's your girl Aisha at KGeekXX Chic, and we are back with another reaction to Solo Leveling. We're now into episode 6, which is called The Real Hunt Begins. Last episode was very interesting. We had our boy get released from the hospital finally after weeks of recuperating, aka training. He's cut now, he's ripped, he's an inch taller. Everyone's noticing that he's looking and just carrying himself a little bit differently than he did before. But of course, they don't know the full truth of what's been happening to him and the fact that he has been, in fact, leveling himself up inside of whatever this simulation is that he's been granted. And we see that he now realizes he's got to make money. Like, all the life stuff is coming back now that he's out of the hospital, like having to pay for rent and all that good stuff. And he decides to take on a job to go into a dungeon, but it's a sea-level dungeon. He's never done one that high before, and he's a bit scared. He knows he's stronger, but he has no idea how his skills compare against the dungeons that exist. But anyways, he gets there and he gets a deal that seems a little too good to be true. These people tell him that they don't need him to do anything except carry the equipment because they're going to do all the work. They just need to make up the mandatory number to go into the dungeon. And if he just goes and stays alive, they'll pay him an exorbitant amount of money, but they get to keep everything else. So he figures, okay, it sounds like a good deal, but the entire time his spidey senses are tingling, telling him something's wrong, something's off. And unfortunately, he turned out to be right. We see that this group has actually possibly had a pattern of leaving their weaker members of their party in situations that will get them taken out. And that's exactly what they did with Jinwoo and his new friend Jinho. They are now locked in the cave with the boss, who is a high level. I can't remember which level it is. And basically they're hoping that they'll get taken out by this boss. They'll come back, clear out the boss, and then take all the spoils for themselves. So we ended the episode with the two of them being trapped in this cave with the boss, but we see that Jinwoo, as usual, has a flashback to the most traumatic moment of his life and realizes that while this boss is scary, nothing compared to that creepy ass Titan that was in the first dungeon he did. So that's where we're going to be jumping in for this episode, I assume. So I'm looking forward to it, and we're going to do that. But just before I do, a reminder that I do a lot of different reactions to animes and other kinds of good stuff here in this channel. And if you'd like to support me or know when these episodes drop, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button and the notification bell. And please show some love to this video with thumbs up and comments below if you are feeling that. All right, that out of the way, guys, let's get into it right about now. Wow, they actually left the entire dungeon. Okay. Keep saying, okay. But there will be nothing for you to drop back down into. Plan on stealing that too. Damn, Jinho, you poor baby. I'm glad you're impressed. You'll be even more impressed when my boy walks out and slaps all of y'all. You go do that. I think you should try. Alright, so be careful, but you got a pretty badass weapon. That's right, whatever that means in letters. Exactly. Ooh, the eyes are glowing. When the eyes are glowing, we know it's up. It's time. Nah, I'm happy. I'm really glad that he's got that confidence up. Last episode, I would have been like, Jinwoo, don't be silly now. Back up. But you know what? At this point, if it pushes past this, he's going to level up even more. And listen, he's tired of it, right? He's tired of it. If he's going to go down, he's going to go down swinging. Would you rather be hunting? Sure could be arranged. You need to find a tender spot. Maybe the eyes. I'm thinking now maybe you should have put some points into that intellect. Maybe you do have magic. I'm glad you recognized. Look at his eyes. He looks like a demon. How could you fake your ranking? Oh, is that a thing? New term unlocked. Oh, well, I guess that's not good. Dude, if that was the case, he could have taken you out already. Really? You're calling for your daddy now? This is not the time, sir. Get up. Or give him the armor at least. That is cool that he can actually monitor that now. Thank you. Didn't I say it? Yikes! Dodge! 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 Crap. Okay, you're gonna have to help out, Juno. I'm sorry. He can't focus on two things at a time. Juno, bro. Ooh, dad! Hell yes! Like the guy in the cave, but this time you won't explode. Damn. Why did he go between the eye and not on the eye itself? Can you help? You're killing me, Juno. Okay. Okay. Please get right in the eye. What? Damn it. Throw it? I don't know. Juno? Woo! Thank God. This game really liked to be playing with his emotions, you know. Finally! Right in, thank you. Take that. Look at his eyes. Look at his eyes. Keep stabbing. Keep going. Paralysis drain. Paralysis drain. Good night. Mana crystals for who again? He's level 20 now, baby. That full recovery literally saved you. Juno's like, can I have your autograph? Yay! Pocket that and run. I'm good. I can hold on to it myself. That's the right. Juno knows what's up. He's like, please don't take me out. Yeah, I defeated the boss, you little bitches. Get lost. Now the real fight begins because he's gonna have to take these idiots out. There's no way he's gonna want them to live and actually admit what he did. Very true. I agree. That's exactly what we have Jinnu doing right now. If he hadn't trained his body, his powers wouldn't have been enough. Just go with it. Oh God. You think so, hey? Alright, well, I guess I'm leaving this dungeon by myself, Jinnu thinking right now. That's a good boy. I knew I liked you. You need to protect him now, Jinnu. Jinnu, I mean. Okay, please do. Try. He's like, no, but I guess there's another way to level up. An urgent quest has arrived. Defeat the enemies. Okay, there are people present who want to kill the player. Defeat them all and ensure your safety. Warning: if you do not complete this quest, you will receive an appropriate penalty. You mean outside of dying? Oh my God. Okay. Appropriate penalty. What does that mean? Does that mean he can't be taken out? Says to me that he's got infinite res, maybe. Ooh. The Hulk? They had to take on Bruce Banner? Oh, well, apparently it's not going to happen because she looks pretty badass. Those are the tiniest milk and sugar things I've ever seen in my life. Look how small the creamer is. Like 2 drops. And you already used your full recovery. Well, yeah. Like a zombie, he coming back. Don't yokata yet. I feel like that's fair. The way he's stalking like a robot. Y'all guys should be a little bit nervous. Period. Let's play. Buddy? Oh, thank you for touching me, because you're gonna get that arm mailed back. Night! That's 1 down. 5 to go. Anyone else want to talk smack? Oh, the whole head! He took the whole head! Thank you! Well, now he's D as in dead rank. Worry about that later. We can freak out later. Let's go. It's kill or be killed. I'm sorry. It's them or you, boo. Exactly. This is not a matter of you doing this in cold blood. You gotta finish it. He said no. No. Welcome to the Matrix. Night. Good night. Move like that. And a slow death. A slow death. Why are you sending people? Go, boss man. Aren't you the man who's the man? Not with that slow ass spell. I know you didn't think. He owed you for knocking him into the wall. Yeah, he is. Okay, boss man. Maybe. Did I? Oh, is that buff supposed to affect me? Oh, really? These guys are nothing. These are nothing compared to what my man has dealt with. Alright. Not him talking to him in slow motion! Oh, he's like, I'm stronger! The depth in his voice, he literally went down 6 octaves. Yeah, he did. He did. He spanked you. He sunned you. I have to? Yeah, unfortunately, the system says I have to take you out. Exactly! You have audacity! Period. Thank you for the plan. Thank you for the help. Do you know any idea how much I don't care? Jinu, Jinu's hot? Oh, sir. Oh, yeah, I guess we ought to leave. Come on, Jino. You can lose your lunch later. Damn, that was hot. That was amazing. I mean, they protected us. Yes, it did. All you have to say is they died. Just murderous intent? Panic debuff, all abilities 50%. Nice! I love when the getters get got. That's karma, baby. Oh, his sister. That's right. Think about the right things. Rather than thinking about that trash you had to take out, think about the fact that you're alive for your sister and your mama. Who the hell is this? That's how we ended? Who was that? From the back, it almost looked like the guy we just oh my god, you guys, I just got a horrible idea. What if, okay, sorry, I just had to make sure there was no end credits. What if more people are pulled into this program? Like, so far we've only seen Jinu, and I've been saying or thinking since episode 1, maybe he's not the only person who's been pulled into this system thing. Like maybe there's multiple systems or multiple people in it. What if that guy got a second chance? But he's already a C rank. I mean, it doesn't mean that you have to be weak. We have no idea what the criteria is. We don't even know why it picked Jinu. That would be horrible, but also kind of cool because then he would have a true arch nemesis. This guy coming back from the afterlife just to like go after Jinu. Wow. I don't know. Whoever that guy is, I'm sure we weren't shown for no reason. But then we said, who is his brother? I believe his brother is that guild master of that other guild. So we'll see. Obviously, there's going to be repercussions. But again, they'd have to prove that the brother was taken out, which there should be no way to do that, right? If we understand this is the reason why that gang did things the way they did is because once the dungeon closes, there's no body. So no body, no crime, or no way to prove that anything bad happened. And again, it's actually perfect because the 2 weakest survived. They could turn around and say, like we saw there, that, oh yeah, they tried fighting the boss. They did. Unfortunately, they all died protecting us, the 2 weaklings. So that's what happened. And the great part is that neither of the guys really got a ton of loot. Like Jinu, of course, has his 1 crystal, but other than that, they don't have anything else. So it really does seem like their story checks out. right? So yeah, and no one's ever going to believe that this D and E rank managed to survive against these 6, right? So this is delicious. I love it. And once again, a great example of Jinwoo just having courage, having faith in himself. Like, hearing what Jinwoo had to say about how, like, look, again, Jinwoo was bringing out very factual facts, like, based on what we think our ranks are here, we can't go up against this beast. He's at least a C rank beast. We're probably not going to make it. Even with all the amazing gear that Jinwoo had, he's like, we should be trying to get out of here. And there was other ways out of there. But Jinwoo was like, no, like I'm tired of kind of running from my problems. We kind of learned that with the first dungeon he was in with the big snake. Like, he's tired of running from things that make him scared. And he said it, like, maybe I'm being a little arrogant. Maybe I'm having a bit too much hubris, but I think I should try. I don't feel scared enough not to do this. I really want to just kind of go into my fears head on, face my fears head on going forward. So it turned out that he was able to do it. And as I said, I really loved in the episode how he has that stat indicator. So he knows, like, when his endurance is going down, when he's getting fatigue, all that stuff. Like, that's awesome. I don't know if the other people who have the other hunters are able to gauge it like that, but obviously having a gauge and being able to watch that, huge advantage. And then we see he actually had a buff from doing his daily. That's how he got his full recovery. Thank God he had that. That's what basically kept him from getting stomped out. And then we see that eventually he figured out that when he couldn't take this thing down with his weapon, isn't it being strong enough, he was able to find a soft spot and use that amazing weapon he picked up from his first dungeon, which allowed for paralysis and eventually draining their health. So we saw that he just stabbed that thing so many times, basically, I'm assuming stacking the effect until it took him down. So was he strong enough? Maybe not necessarily, but because he had that weapon and the combination of that and the skills he's developed, he was able to take it down. So that was pretty awesome. Jinwoo now knows that he's absolutely not a stereotypical E rank. As he said, we found out this episode as well that there are people who can be false rankers. They actually figure out a way to tamper their magic down to make it seem like they're lower ranked. And again, this is probably so that they don't get recruited or people don't expect things of them. And then I guess for some of them, they use that for criminal intent, because then they're able to hurt people and do things and people never think it's them because they're like, it doesn't match their magic. I mean, obviously they get caught at some point because people know about it now, but this is now what Jinwoo thinks is going on with Jinwoo, and that's why he's scared of him, because I guess the people who've been these false rankers, most of them have not done good things with it. So, but yeah, that's obviously not the case. And once again, there's no way Jinwoo can explain it without talking about everything. And again, would he even be believed? But then we see, of course, when the gang comes back, certain that these guys are going to be taken out. They don't know how it's done. They assume, of course, that Jinwoo's gear must be super buffed and super magical, and that's what kept them alive. But of course, it doesn't matter to them. They're just like, either way, you guys are both getting taken out because we can't have you telling anybody what happened here. And that's when my poor Jinwoo has a new moral crisis to have to deal with. We see that, he does get knocked out, almost taken out actually by that blast by the mage, but he's told by the system that he has to take out these guys, that he has to literally take their lives. And this is crazy because up until now, Jinwoo's only ever had to go against these monsters and beasts. So it's one thing to take something out when it's not human, but now these are people, these are other hunters on top of it. And we hear him go through that whole inner dialogue around, like, I kind of forgot that this world is full of really terrible people and people who are very dog eat dog, and that even within the hunter's world, you have people who are willing to do anything to scrape ahead. And he said, like, he kind of got cocky with the whole beast side of things, but kind of forgot that things could get to this point. And again, he was so concerned with taking out the monster, I think he literally forgot about the fact that he would have to deal with this group when he got out as well. And I don't think he thought they'd be so brazen either. I don't think that he thought they would come in there and actually try to take them out to their faces like that, or worse, try to get Jinwoo to turn on him. But yeah, once again, he had to frame it as it's either them or me, right? I'm not doing this because I want to. I'm not doing this because I'm a bad person. But the option I have here is that I have to take them out or they're going to take me out. And we see that the system basically tells him that if he doesn't, his heart will stop, right? But it's interesting, it said an appropriate penalty. Like earlier in the screen, it said if he failed, there'd be an appropriate penalty. So again, Penalty to me does not sound like if it was over, like I feel like they would say it's game over. But I wonder, like I said in the episode, if there's infinite reses, like basically even if he did quote unquote go in here, would he get a chance to resurrect again like he did in the chamber? Would he lose maybe all of his experience? Like, I don't know, like, you know, because in a lot of MMOs, for example, if you die, you don't, like, you know, obviously you can come back, but there's definitely, depending on how you go out, there will be penalties. I don't know if that's the way the game's looking at it, but I'm getting the impression though that it wasn't going to let him die for good if he didn't make it out of this cave. So either way though, Jinwoo decided he wasn't going to go out that way anyhow. And we see him saying that, you know, the system is using me. Clearly it wants me to get strong, but maybe it's time that I use the system as well and use what it's given me so that I can get stronger and benefit in my world. So that's what happened. And we saw the absolutely immaculate way he took these guys out. Obviously, he is very strong and stronger than all of them. I think he's now proven that he is stronger than a C rank and faster than a C rank. But also I think it helped that they were all underestimating him, right? In their mind, he was just a typical E rank. So they weren't even trying that hard, which helped him out, obviously. But again, I think he proved, especially with the last guy, that he is now at least a B, possibly an A, whatever that means. And we know that he went up 2 levels after defeating that beast. So he's at a 20 now. So yes, another great episode. Loving seeing this evolution of him. And I like also they're introducing the fact that there's going to be some moral things that he's going to have to bump up against now, because now he's got this secret. Him and Jinwoo have this secret they're both carrying, and I don't think either of them have any incentive to tell the truth at this point. However, Jinwoo now knows that he is definitely not a typical E rank, and also, like I said, Jinwoo's going to have to figure out going forward what he needs to do, and you know, that wariness he's going to have to carry now as well around the people he decides to go into dungeons with, and you know, is he going to have to possibly be in a situation where he's fighting other hunters again? Like, you know, you get what I'm saying. Like, there's definitely space for a dark path here for Jinwoo, and I think now that that's starting to open up, he's going to have some questions he's going to have to ask himself, and yeah, I'm really excited to watch to see how he starts to forge his path as whatever he's going to be, a hero, an anti-hero, or possibly a villain with this new stuff, because this system doesn't really seem to care how he uses these powers as long as he just gets stronger. So yeah, great episode, guys. I enjoyed it a lot. I hope you guys enjoyed watching along with me. If you did, please show some love to this video, and I will see you in the next one.